All right, we're going to begin a live trading session today. My name is Omar Khan. I'm the co-founder of Theta Trading, and I'm going to take you over and show you a trading system which changed my life financially. I hope it does the same thing for you, but there's a lot to learn. This is mainly for YouTube, so if anyone's listening live, if you have any questions, let us know, but this is for YouTube. We're going to jump right into it and talk about some trades. So again, what is it that we do here at Theta Trading? Well, we agree to buy stocks in companies that we want to own. But instead of just buying them on the market, we agree to buy them using the options market. Now, the way I want you to think about this is if you had a home that you wanted to buy, and let's say the home is worth $500,000, and you do your homework on this home, and you think, okay, well, the home in a year will be worth, $525 or $550. I certainly believe it'll be worth more because I've done my homework, because the area should appreciate, there's more people moving in, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the same thing you do with a stock. You look at and you see if a stock would move up over time. Now, the way that a stock moves up or down over time is if the company makes more money or less money, okay? So going back to that house analogy, if I had a home that the fair market value was $500,000, and I said to myself, you know what, I'd love to buy this home for $490,000. I go to the homeowner and say, homeowner, you know what, I will guarantee that I will buy this home off you for $490,000. So even if it goes to $480,000, or $470,000 in the next 30 days, I'm going to agree to buy it for you for $490,000. In exchange for that, I would like to be paid $10,000 a month. Now, you cannot do that in the real estate market because the worst case scenario that would happen to you in this case is the home would go down in value to $490,000 and you'd have to buy it, but you wouldn't mind because you wanted to buy it anyways and you think it'll be worth more. Now, you cannot, like I said, do that in the real estate market, but you can do that in the stock market. This concept in the stock market is called writing or selling a naked put. This concept is the concept that changed my life financially. Honestly, I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't figured this out. And it's not taught in school. That is the reason why we started this company, so that other people can learn this valuable skill and apply it for the rest of their lives, okay? So guys, here is a live simulated trading account. This is not a real account. I started this account off at the start of the year with $1 million of fake money. Now, you can start off with whatever number you like. This is a trading platform called Interactive Brokers. That's the trading platform we use here at Theta Trading. And you can use Royal Bank or TD Bank or anyone else that you'd like to use. However, we use Interactive Brokers because it is cheap and it is direct market access. I've been using Interactive Brokers for about almost 20 years and it works really well for me, okay? So let's get into some trading, guys. So as you can see, I started off this account with $1 million. And as you can see in the top right-hand corner, it's at $1,069,000. So I'm up about $70,000 for the year. If I go to my account, yeah, about $69,000. So I'm up a nice amount for the year. Now, we are going to make some trades. Now, I said what we do here at Theta Trading is we agree to buy stocks that we want to be buying anyways, okay? So the first things first is we're going to look at our universe of stocks and see what stocks are doing well. Now, these are a bunch of ticker symbols, and they represent stocks. Like, for example, this is Apple, AAPL, AMD computer chips, Amazon. We all order stuff on Amazon. These are all companies you know. Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. Microsoft. These are all companies that you know and understand. Now, I only invest in companies that I will believe will be worth more in the future. So our first job is always to do homework to make sure our companies will be worth more in the future than they are today. Because remember, our worst case scenario is that we might have to own this stock. Well, if we think it'll be worth more in the future, we certainly don't mind owning it because we'll get paid handsomely for it. Okay, so here is a list of companies that I follow. Okay, so now we are going to go to our portfolio and we're going to take a look at some stocks and some trades that we've made, and I'm going to close some trades out. I'm going to make some new trades, okay? So I can see the first trade here, Apple, okay? Apple, I agreed to buy Apple for 100, you can see in the top left-hand corner, I agreed to buy Apple on or before May 5th for a price of $157.50. And I got paid, as you can see here, under average price. I just pulled this tab up right now at the bottom. I got paid $2.79 a share, which was just shy of 2% a month, just to agree to buy Apple for $157.50. Now, Apple currently, as we can see, is trading for 169.76. So the odds of me having to buy Apple for 157 between today, May 3rd, and May 5th are very, very slim. So we're going to go ahead and buy this put back, okay? So again, we sold this put for $2.79, and now we're going to buy it back and lock in our profit. I know that this may seem kind of weird, and it's a difficult concept to understand at first, but I promise you, if you take the time to learn this concept, it will change your life, financially anyways. Every other part of your life, can't do much about that part. That is all up to us individually. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done that trade, and I'm going to put some more trades in here, okay? You can see this one, Airbnb. I agreed to buy Airbnb last month, and I agreed to buy it at 113th, on or before May 15th, as you can see in the top left-hand corner. Airbnb, May 05, so that's May 5th, 2023. I agreed to buy Airbnb for $113. Now let's see where Airbnb is trading at. Okay, so we're going to go to look up Airbnb, Airbnb, and we can see that Airbnb, remember, we agreed to buy it for $113. Now it's trading at $119.37. So we're probably not going to have to buy it because the odds of it going down that price the next couple of days are pretty slim. And let's see how much we got paid on that trade. Well, we got paid, I'm going to pull this tab up again here. Okay, I got paid $2.25 per share just to agree to buy Airbnb for $113. And now I'm going to go ahead and buy this back because, as you can see in the far right column, this option has decayed by 86%. That means when I sold it, it was worth 100% of value, and now it has declined by 86%. Now that's really good for me because I agreed to buy Airbnb in this situation. So I want this number on the far right-hand side where it says unrealized P&L as a percentage. I want this number to be high. I want this number to be green. I like to buy my puts back anywhere between 50 to 80% decay. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. Remember, we sold this for $225 and now we're buying them back, okay? So we're going to buy this back, and there we go. We're going to do a market trade, and bam, there we go. Order has been filled. Okay, great. So that is a trade now completed. And now let's take a look if we want to write some puts on Apple. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. So Apple's trading for 169.77. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the graph here, and I'm going to agree to buy Apple. Now, there's a lot to learn. This is called technical analysis, where you learn how these charts work. Okay, and remember what I said, like why I love this strategy so much is the worst case situation for me is I own Apple. Well, I am more than happy to own Apple, especially at a discounted price. Okay. So I look at where Apple is. Apple's trading a little on the high end of the range. So I'm going to agree to buy Apple for a price that's a little bit lower. Okay, so I'm going to go to the options market here. Now, remember, Apple's trading for 169.73. So I'm going to look at buying Apple. Let's go to May 19th and see if that's worthwhile. If it's not, we'll use something else. I can agree to buy Apple for 165, which I'm going to do. Okay. Now, remember, that is almost a $5 discount from where it is currently trading. Apple's trading for 169.77. And what I'm doing is I'm saying, you know what, no matter what the value of Apple happens to go to, if it falls below 165, I will buy it for 165 no matter what happens. Even if it goes to 160, I'm happy to buy it for 165. Now, the reason I'm happy to buy it for 165, again, is because I've done my homework, and I think Apple will be worth $180, $190, $200 a share a year from now. I certainly think it'll be worth more. That's the first step of our process always. So I'm going to go ahead and agree to buy Apple here. In this situation, I'm being paid $2.50 a share, which is about 1.6% return for 2 weeks. So imagine I'm getting paid 1.6% for 2 weeks just to agree to buy one of my favorite companies at a $5 discount. And the worst thing that's going to happen to me is I'll have to buy it if it goes and stays below 165. But no matter what, I keep the $2.50, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 contracts. That means I'm going to agree to buy 200 shares. Each contract here, quantity, I'm going to change this quantity, represents 100 shares, okay? So I'm going to do a market order here, and we're going to go ahead and agree to buy Apple here. Great. Order has been filled. Fantastic. Let's see how much we got paid on that trade. Okay, so remember, I agreed just now to buy 200 shares of Apple for $165, which means I'm going to be putting up $33,000 just in case I have to buy Apple. Okay, but let's see what I got paid on that. All right, now this is for 2 weeks. Okay, as you can see here, I got paid under net amount, and it may be difficult to see, so make sure you use a large screen here, guys. I got paid $496. That's a net amount there, okay? I got paid $496 US dollars just to agree to buy 200 shares of Apple on or before May 19th at a price of $165. Now, if this price stays above $165, I don't have to buy Apple, but I still keep the $496. If the price happens to go below $165 and stay there, then I'll have to buy Apple for $165. Even if it goes to $163 or $161, I still have to buy Apple. But remember, I got paid $496, and I can hold on to my Apple shares and wait for them to appreciate, wait for them to go back up in price. Or I can do something called a covered call, which is what we're going to do next, okay? All right, now let's scroll down our list of stocks. Oh, this Airbnb one has not been bought back yet. Still waiting on that one to be bought back, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy this one back. For some reason, it didn't go through the first time. And there we go, order is filled. So I have bought back my Airbnb. Now remember, I bought back some Apple, okay? And then I agreed to buy more Apple. I got paid again, okay? So I'm going to do one more Apple trade, but I'm going to go a little bit closer to the price. The closer that you go to the price of the stock, the more that you get paid, okay? So as you can see, it's at $169.79, same price as before. Again, I'm going to use the options market, but instead of agreeing to buy Apple now for $165, I'm going to agree to buy Apple for $167.50. My apologies, I'm a little under the weather, guys. I'm going to buy Apple for $167.50 here, okay? So there we go, $167.50, and I'm being paid $3.30 a share. Now that's about a 2% return for 2 weeks. And the worst thing is I'll have to buy Apple for a lower price than it's currently at today. Again, I'm more than happy to. So we're going to change this buy order to a sell order. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 contracts. Again, I'm going to buy 200 shares, or I'm going to agree to buy 200 shares, okay? And I'm going to agree, and there we go. That trade is done. Fantastic. Let's see how much we got paid on that trade. All right. And Apple 167. We can see here we got paid net amount $660 US dollars. So you see how I got paid more because I agreed to buy it for a price that was closer to the actual price it's trading at. Why? Because there's a greater likelihood of that happening. Now, the reason I don't care is because I'm more than happy to buy Apple for even $170. So if you're going to pay me $3.30 a share just to agree to buy Apple for a $2.50 discount, where do I sign up? Now, what I did over the years, I took all this money, the ones that we just made, like $660, $400 and some odd dollars, you know, and it's over and over again. I took that money and I systematically bought positive cash flow real estate with it until I earned my financial freedom. And that is a strategy that anyone can do, whether you have a job, a business, a family life, because you only need about an hour, maybe 30 minutes a day to trade. An hour initially, and when you get kind of good at it, 30 minutes or so a day. Because remember, once you've agreed to buy the stock on or before May 19th, there's not a whole lot of work to do, okay? Now, let's do another trade. So we just did 2 trades on Apple. Now, let's do a trade on Airbnb because we bought back our previous Airbnb puts, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do a trade here on Airbnb. And again, we've done our homework on this company. We like this company. We want to own this stock, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the chart. Now you can see Airbnb is trading at $119.56, okay? I'm going to agree to buy Airbnb for $116, okay, in this situation. So let's go to use our options market again here. I'm going to go to May 19th, again, which is only around 2 weeks out. And I'm going to agree to buy it for $116 a share. Now, I'm being paid $4.55 a share. That's almost a 4% return, guys, in just over 2 weeks. Just to agree to buy Airbnb for a $3 discount. I would have bought it anyways, because I think Airbnb will be worth more in the future because I've done my homework on it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this trade. Again, I'm going to agree to buy 200 shares of Airbnb. Now, there are cheaper price stocks that you can do if you have a smaller account size, because when I started off, I had a very small account size. In fact, I had almost a no account size, and you have to build yourself up through knowledge and application, saving, just grinding it out and getting your account size larger and larger and larger, where you start making more and more money. So the idea here is we're going to agree to buy Airbnb in this situation, okay? And we're going to buy it for $116 on or below before May 19th. Now, another question you would be asking is, why exactly are we only going out 16 days? Well, there's an old saying in the stock market, goes, sell in May and go away. So we don't want to be overly aggressive, right? There's a lot to learn in this process. We don't want to be overly aggressive here because the odds are not heavily in our favor. The summer months in the stock market are not the most favorable, meaning they're more flat. On average, the stock market, the S&P 500, has gone up about 11% a year. But from May to October, it doesn't do a whole lot. From October to May, generally speaking, the market does well. And that's historically, it's just statistically speaking, okay? So again, I've agreed to buy 200 shares of Airbnb. That trade has not gone through yet, but I'm sure it will momentarily. Now, let's go further down our list and we look at AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, okay? Now, again, this is a company we like. We've done our homework on this company. So I'm going to agree to buy a few shares of Advanced Micro Devices. Now, it's down a lot today. Why? Because PC sales are down. People are not buying computers because everybody bought computers during the pandemic and they haven't had the need to refresh them yet. Now, this, and also combined with how poor the economy is doing. Now, that's causing a temporary amount of pain in this stock. But again, I've done my homework. I think it'll be worth a lot more in the future. So I certainly don't mind buying it for what it's trading at today or less. Okay, so it's trading at $82.32. So again, I'm going to go to May 19th here. Oh, first, let me look at my chart. And I'm going to go at the 200-day moving average here, which is 78.84, which means I'm going to agree to buy this for $79 a share using the options market, okay? So $79 a share. Let's see what I'm getting paid on that. Okay, I'm getting paid about $1.50 a share, which means it's about 2% return for the month. $1.50 divided by $79, that's about 2% for the month. Again, I'm more than happy. If you're going to pay me 2% for 2 weeks simply to agree to buy a stock that I would have bought anyways, I'm more than happy to sign up. Now, I'm going to do 3 contracts here, which means I'm going to buy 300 shares. Now, each 100 shares will cost me $7,900 US. So if you have a smaller account, like I said, there are stocks, but never ever compromise on the quality of the company that you're investing in. That is the foremost thing that we do here at Theta. If you compromise on the quality of the stock, yes, you may get paid a lot just to buy it for a discount, but then you might not have wanted to own it. And that's not a great place to be, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to wait for that AMD trade to go through. It hasn't gone through yet. And we're going to keep scrolling down our list of stocks. We've got Microsoft. That's an interesting one. Let's take a look at Microsoft, okay? So Microsoft, this is the other part of the equation of what we do here at Theta. Microsoft here in this situation, you can see, I'm going to pull up my average cost here. My cost here on Microsoft, average price, I bought it for $274.50. Now it's about $30 above that. It's at $305. Okay, you know, I said to myself, you know what? I made some pretty good money on Microsoft. We're coming up to not the best time of the year in the stock market. I'm going to agree to sell some of my Microsoft shares here for a profit. That is called a covered call, and you can get paid on that as well, okay? So again, I'm going to look at the chart here, and I say to myself, upper Bollinger Band's 309. I'm going to probably agree to sell my shares for 310 or maybe 312.50. I'm going to go 310. So we're going to go to May 19th, and let's see how much I'm getting paid on that. I'm getting paid $4.10 a share, okay, or $4 a share, just to agree to sell my Microsoft shares on or before May 19th for $310. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm saying, if the price happens to go above 310, that profit will go to whoever bought this call. However, because I'm giving you my profit beyond $310, which is far, far more than I paid for the stock, I'm being compensated $3.95 a share. That's about 1.3% return for 2 weeks, just to agree to sell my Microsoft shares for $5 higher than they're currently trading for. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do a contract of 2 because I have 200 extra shares that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. And bam, orders filled. Let's take a look at how much I got paid on that. So go to transactions, Microsoft. All right, so we're going to take a look at a few trades here. So Microsoft got paid $720 US just to agree to sell my Microsoft shares for a profit. Far, far higher than I paid for it. And if I have to sell it for 310, am I all that upset? No, not really, because I got paid pretty handsomely on this. Okay. And then I can agree to buy it again. Now, Airbnb, okay, we just did this Airbnb trade. We got paid $890 here. I hope you guys understand how powerful this can be. You can make a lot of money just for agreeing to buy companies that you would have bought anyways. Okay. Now, here's another one, Apple, right? We did this Apple trade. We got paid $660 on that. So we've made a lot of money so far, okay? Now, with this strategy, the more money that you have, the more that you can make, okay? We're going to go down the list again and see what else we can buy back. Well, QQQ, here's a perfect example. Now, if you do not want to buy individual stocks, that is completely understandable because you have to do homework on stocks. Now, we do a lot of homework for you, but ultimately the decision will be yours. If you say, you know what, I don't want to do the homework on stocks, I just want to buy the whole stock market. Well, the QQQ is the NASDAQ 100 Trust Units. It's an ETF, exchange traded fund. So instead of buying one stock, I'm buying 100 stocks all rolled into one, okay? And they're mostly technology stocks. Now, you can research about what the NASDAQ 100 holds in it. You know, have the likes of Microsoft, Apple, Tesla are in there already, okay? So I'm going to agree to buy some shares, but first things first, we're going to buy this put back. Okay, so I'm going to go to QQQ here. And we can see I agreed to buy QQQ for $315 some time ago. And now it's at $319. So I sold this put for $6.72, and now it's worth about $1.12. I'm going to go ahead and buy this back now because I've locked in a nice profit, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do the same trade again, okay? So I'm going to go to market here and buy this back. Perfect. Done. Order filled. Okay. And then I'm going to go right back to QQQ, okay, which is the NASDAQ 100. Remember, I agreed to buy it for $315. Okay. So let's see what this thing's trading at. $319. Okay. $319. And let's just do $315 again. We'll just buy it for the same price we agreed to buy it for. Okay. So we're going to go $315 on or before May 19th. Okay. So I'm going to scroll across here. Now, you can pick which date you want, how long, but generally speaking, we don't go past 30 to 45 days. 45 days would be the maximum. Why? Because beyond that, the concept of theta is inefficient, meaning, now it's a very difficult concept to understand. If you want to learn more about all these things, I've made YouTube videos on everything. If you go beyond 45 days, it is not the most efficient way. You'll get paid not as high as a percentage, okay? So we can see here, we're going to agree to buy QQQ for $315 a share, okay, on or before May 19th. It's currently trading at 319.76, as you can see in the top left-hand corner. And I'm going to agree to buy it for $315. Great. Okay, so I'm going to go sell order here. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do market order. And bam. There you go. I've agreed to buy 200 shares of QQQ, and I'm sure it'll go through shortly. And I probably got paid about $700 a share on $700 total on that. Okay, so I'm pretty happy here. Okay, so now I'm going to keep going down and look at my SPY, which is the SPY. That's another one we can look at. Okay, now the SPY as the QQQ. If you don't want to do the homework on individual companies, this is another choice. The SPY is the S&P 500 ETF, which means it's the 500 biggest US companies all rolled into one. So if one company goes bankrupt or their CEO gets, hit by a bus, it will not affect you as much, okay? So SPY is currently trading for $411.51. So I'm going to look at my chart. I'm going to say, where do I want to buy this at? I'm going to agree to buy it for 405, okay? But I'm going to go a little bit further out this time. Instead of May 19th, I'm going to go all the way to about, let's go June 1st or so, around there, June 2nd. There we go. So that gives us exactly 30 days, okay? Now, let's see what we're getting paid. That's exactly 1 month away, okay? Now, let's do it for 400 and let's do 409. We'll do $408 a share or 407.50. Let's go 407 actually. So we're giving ourselves a big buffer here, okay? We're giving ourselves a very nice buffer here. We're giving ourselves a buffer of $4.50 a share because remember, it's currently trading at 411.50, 411.49. I am agreeing to buy it for 407, okay? So the worst thing that'll happen to me is it'll go down in price, stay below there, and I'll have to buy it. I don't mind. I think it's going to go up in the future anyway, so I'm happy to hold it. Now, I'm being compensated $5.28 a share, which is about 1.25% for the month, okay? And I'm going to go again, sell order here. And bam, there you go. I'm going to make about $500 just for agreeing to buy something I bought anyways. Can you imagine if you could do this with other stuff? You want to buy a car? Okay, agree to buy it. You'll get paid for it. Worst case scenario, you'll have to buy it for that price. But you would have bought it anyways. This is the concept, okay? So again, I'm going to go back out here again. Now you can see from this previous one where I agreed to buy it for 393, it is 97% decayed. So I sold this for $3.91 a share, and now it's only worth 11 cents a share. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it back because I don't want to worry about having to buy another 100 shares of SPY before Friday at 393. Anything can happen. The price could go down substantially by then. It probably won't, but I don't want to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and buy it back. Okay, I did so, and there you go. Locked in my profit. Fantastic. And now I'm going to go to my favorite company of all, which is Tesla. Now, again, that's my favorite company. It doesn't mean it's your favorite company. It's, we all have individual decisions to make, but I like to buy companies that I truly, truly believe in, okay? And this is one of the companies I believe in. Now, Tesla is trading for $164 a share, okay? Now let's see how much we paid for it. I paid $180 a share. You can see $180.05. So I'm down, but I got paid a lot just for buying it, okay? And I would have bought it for a higher price anyways. So we know that we paid $180 a share for this, okay? So let's go back out here and say, you know what? We have 500 shares of Tesla. I wouldn't mind giving some of my shares for, let's call it $185 a share or $190 a share. So let's take a look at what we can get paid just for agreeing to sell our shares for more than we paid for them, okay? So we're going to go here to June 2nd, and we're going to go to 180. Let's go to 185. All right, $185 a share, which is $20 more than it's currently trading for, okay? And I'm being paid $2.41 a share. That means I'm getting paid about 1.5% for the month just to agree to sell my Tesla shares for a $20 differential from where it is and a $5 profit from where I sold it at, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and make this trade because if I lose my Tesla shares for 185, I only paid 180 for it, and I got paid again here. And the worst case situation throughout all this whole process is I own Tesla. Well, great. I would have owned it anyways. Now you see how all this money starts adding up really quickly. Now this is a different trade we did here, guys. I'll go down here to bull spread. Normally we don't do this. This is just a demonstration, so don't worry about this one so much. These are more exotic strategies, and they can involve a permanent loss of capital. We don't do these strategies. We always put ourselves in a worst case scenario where we own a high quality company that we wanted to own anyways, and that too for a discount, okay? So let's go ahead and agree to buy some Tesla shares, okay? So it's trading for 164.29. I'm going to take a look at my chart. I'm going to say, you know what? I wouldn't mind buying another 100 shares because it's pretty cheap right now. I'm going to agree to buy it for $160, okay? 160 according to the chart, and I'm going to do that on or before June 2nd, okay? Let's see what I'm getting paid for that. Well, it looks like I'm being paid $6.90 a share, okay? Which is roughly just 4.5% return. So I'm being paid 4.5% for 30 days just to agree to buy Tesla for a $5 discount. I hope you guys understand how mind-blowing that is. Like, this is free money. The worst thing that's going to happen is you own great companies that you want to own anyways. And then you can agree to sell them for a profit and get paid on that too. The first goal here at Theta is not to lose your money. Well, if you own high quality stocks, that shouldn't be a concern. And that is what we do each and every day here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do a market order here again. And I'm going to agree to buy 100 shares of Tesla, and bam. So in order for me to buy 100 shares of Tesla, what is that going to cost me? That's going to cost me 100 shares times $160. That's going to cost me $16,000, okay? But let's see how much I got paid on that trade. Well, I got paid $685. I have to put up $16,000, but I got paid $685. And the worst thing that happens to me, I own Tesla. Great. I bought it anyways. My apologies again, guys. I'm a little under the weather. And so that's a bunch of trades that we've made for the day. We can say we've made a few $1,000s. And what did we do here? We just agreed to buy a bunch of companies we like. That's it. That's all we've done. So let's see if we want to make any more trades. Here's one more trade I wouldn't mind making today, and that is NVIDIA. This is a company that you may not be aware of, but they do a lot of chips similar to AMD, but a lot of it is for the gaming sector, okay? Again, I've done my homework on this company already. I love what they're doing. I want to buy more of it, okay? So you can see it's trading for $278.91, okay? And I say to myself, looking at the chart, I wouldn't mind picking up some more at, I'm going to go 265 or 267 here, okay? So I'm going to go to June 2nd, 265 or 267, depending on what they pay me. Let's go 265. Okay, so 265. I'm getting paid almost $9 a share. That's almost a 3.5% return for agreeing to buy NVIDIA for a $13 discount. Well, if I think the stock is going to be worth $350 a year from now, I certainly don't mind buying it for $265. That is the entire concept. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this trade here. Okay, sell order. I'm going to do a market order here because this is a fake account, so I cannot do a limit order here. Now, if this is something that makes sense to you guys, I really urge you to look into this more. This is life-altering financially. Imagine one day you're retired and you just do this for a living if you have enough money. Or imagine if you want to own your own business one day and you're able to do this while you're at work to create the ultimate side hustle. Just making money just for agreeing to buy companies that you would have bought anyways. That is a great spot to be in. So we did that trade as well. And like I said, guys, we made a lot of money on our trades today. I think that's it for the trades. We can look at our universe and see if there's any more that we want to make today. But I think that's good. I think that's all the trades that we want to make for today. You want to leave some money in the sidelines just in case there's more opportunity next days ahead. But that is it. So you can see we agreed to buy Apple, AMD, Microsoft, and some indexes like QQQ and SPY, and we got paid a lot of money for it. We also agreed to sell some of our shares for a profit. We got paid for that as well. In the case of Microsoft here. In the case of Tesla, we agreed to sell our shares for $185 a share. We got paid very handsomely for it. This is what we do each and every day here at Theta, and it has the absolute ability to change your life financially. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you take a look into this. If you have any questions at all, please contact us either through Instagram, Facebook, or you can send us a message on YouTube. A direct message, would be happy to respond, or info@thetatradingco.com. We do have a few attendees, so if there's any questions, I would love to address them now. I hope you guys understand how important this is and how it can be so life-altering. If you have any questions, I'd love to address them now. If not, thank you so much for attending, and we will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.